He just lied outright. He lied. He tried to manipulate the time frame. This guy's a dishonest piece of dog shit.
Well, boys, it is tomorrow when the train keeps crashing because Idubbbz is still in the news because fighters are still coming out talking about how basically Idubbbz ruined Creator Clash 3, and basically any and everyone that was associated with it are now reaping what this man Idubbbz sowed. So Wren from Corodor Digital, basically a VFX YouTube channel, they go over VFX and stuff, was on a podcast and was talking about how, yeah, even I was affected by Idubbbz and his stupid beef with Ethan Klein. Because if you guys don't know, Wren and all of Corodor Digitals do nothing but review movies and review their VFX. It has nothing to do with any politics that Idubbbz was going through and any, YouTuber beef that Idubbbz was going through with H3H3. And he was like, yeah, it's pretty selfish for this man to, instead of him focus on his Creator Clash charity event, Ian Idubbbz was focusing on getting back at H3H3, which backfires so hard, anyone associated with Idubbbz is basically a target now.
As Ian and Ethan are now doing this YouTube battle against each other, going through this drama war, Creator Clash is receiving a lot of collateral damage.
Literally, Wren is striking it right on the head. Brother is out here trying to do a quote-unquote charity, boxing match while antagonizing other creators that would gladly and were gladly promoting your charity boxing event. Literally, H3H3 allowed one of his employees to actually train for this event, and for some reason, Idubbbz, instead of thinking, you know what, that is a good gesture from H3, no, he said, fuck that shit. Even though you're allowing your employee to come to my event and generate me goodwill and money, the person that is attacking you, I want you to know that I still hate you, right? It's idiotic what Idubbbz did to Creator Clash 3. It's almost like this boy slayed it like a damn dragon. He had everything served to him on a silver platter, right? Creator Clash 3 was in a little shaky ground, but he could still have gotten it back after Creator Clash 2, fumbled and failed. He probably could have brought Creator Clash 3 back, right? Especially with the help of H3 and his audience. But instead of him taking that literal handout H3 was giving him, he swatted his hand down and said, I'd rather fail again and not give any money to charity. Brother, we have to make this make sense. In what semblance does that make sense to have a charity event going and the one person that hates you that is like, I'll still help support this, it is going to a good cause, you're like, no, I don't want your help. What? I'm trying to help you. But Wren continues on to talk about this because obviously with him being a fighter in the event, he's kind of mad and pissed off about how Idubbbz basically ruined this moment for not only him, but the other fighters.
See, it's so funny. Everyone was saying like, oh, I hate H3, how H3 actually got Creator Clash to get some negative air. See, this is like Idubbbz made a video about them.
Yeah.
He, the founder of Creator Clash, made a video about these other people who are creating drama. They, so I'm saying, like, this is like this thing
and
where...
It's like,
and you can even see in that man's chat, there's still some people that are so brain rotted where they think H3 threw the first shot, even though, again, he was allowing his employee, Lena, and her husband, AB, to train for Creator Clash 3. He could have easily vetoed that and said, you know what? No, we're going to have a podcast episode that day. You're going to have to come into work. I'm sorry, Lena, and, your husband, AB. I'm sorry. You guys are going to have to come in and work that day whenever Creator Clash 3 is going down. I'm sorry. But, no. He said, sure, go ahead, train for the event. Take the day off on that day. Obviously, you have a big day that day. So, do your thing. And he allowed them and paid them to train for the event. Seeing that, let's all be honest here, unless Creator Clash 3 is a wild success, which after Creator Clash 2 and, all this other bullshit has been going on, something tells me it's not, they probably aren't going to see a dime return to them from Creator Clash. But, again, at least H3, the horrible person he is, decided to pay his employees the money and reimburse them for, the time lost with training. that, again, he was technically paying for them to train. They just wasted money on a project that got sabotaged by the organizer. And yet, for some reason, there's still people thinking, no, H3 is the person that was ruining this whole entire quote-unquote charity boxing event, even though it's been like 2 years now since Idubbbz and Anisa actually, said that, no, they didn't give a about the charity aspect of it. It was more or less just an event to get all the YouTubers together so they can throw a big party. It's like, wow. So you guys don't care about the charity aspects. And it's pretty evident seeing that he ruined this charity all by himself. Last time, it was just no one was interested. This time, no one wants to even donate to your charity because why would I? There's plenty of charities that my money can go to that don't attack other creators.
I'm not going to tell Ian what to do. It's not my place to be like, Ian, maybe you shouldn't, do that. Because the rest of us might kind of catch some strays from it.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, it's like... it feels like Ian and I were friends walking down a sidewalk, and he gets stung by a wasp. And he's like, oh, and he looks up and there's a wasp nest there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a wasp nest. And he pulls out a bat and he runs up and hits that wasp nest and comes back. He's like, I showed that wasp nest. And I'm like, uh-oh. And all the wasps come flying out and they start stinging us, both of us. Mostly him because he was but I'm like I'm getting stung. I'm like, what the heck? I didn't come on this walk to get stung by wasps. Why'd you go hit the wasp nest?
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, the only thing to do here to protect you is to run away. And so he runs away. And now I'm like, okay, I guess they're following him, but I'm still kind of getting stung here. Not really what I signed up for.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of that. So over the weekend, Ian came out and announced that him and Anisa are completely leaving Creator Clash.
Whoa.
They are ceding all of control, all of their ownership over the event, all behind the scenes, privately and publicly. They have nothing to do with Creator Clash now. So I literally just had a meeting with all the fighters over a Zoom call and the new management of the whole...
So, yeah, basically, they ran away from the problem. They said, hey, we're going to create all this bad publicity while we're attached to this thing that was supposed to be this event to help everyone. And since we ruined it, it's not our fault that it's ruined anymore. We left. So any of the failures is strictly on the other organizers that we passed the torch to. It's not our fault. Boys, how could we ruin an event if we're not even attached to it anymore? It's not our fault. I mean, hell, we saw in that content deputy that Idubbbz made on H3 that he was already trying to pass blame onto H3.
I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would keep the attacks directed at me and Anisa. Unfortunately, I was wrong in thinking that because Ethan, in a desperate attempt to attack and smear Anisa and I, he started attacking our charity event.
I mean, yeah, bro, what do you expect him to do? You hit him in the dick and you expect him not to punch you in the balls. Excuse me? You went low. I don't understand. You made a whole 1 hour video slandering him and also taking out of context the CPS call that he quote unquote was overreacting to. I don't know about you guys. Getting CPS called on you and your family while you live in a $10 million house because people are trying to claim that you're dirty. I would be kind of pissed my damn self. And creators like Papagut are already pointing out the discrepancy in the timeline that Ian was trying to make about the CPS call, trying to defend denims, Idubbbz's wife's Anisa's best friend, essentially. I swear to God, her and denims be linked at the damn hips.
7th, CPS visits Ethan and Neela, and that same day, they decide, let's do our podcast, and let's have the topic be the CPS visit. Right after it, you guys talk about me and Anisa, but you don't just talk about it.
But what you just showed us was that there was 2 days that you guys had to say something publicly. They're not a continuous harassment campaign. Your editor is harassing them. Then the call to CPS happens. I'm assuming this is when we found out about it. What? Then Ian shits on Idubbbz. Okay. There's something off here. I have to. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. They give it 5,000 defiant. The problem is that he isn't acknowledging that Ethan was getting called a bad parent before the call itself had happened. Yeah, that's true. Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait. No. This doesn't make any sense. Wait. The CPS getting called was not the start of the event. He's trying to lie and reframe the situation as if, well, how do we know the CPS just got called? How are we supposed to know all that? Because this was an ongoing thing. Denims was talking about, Ethan was talking about this for how long before this episode? What are you talking about? Like, it started with them putting in this weird lie that he abuses his children, basically, and they roll around in shit. That was your friend who was doing it, or your wife's friend who was doing it. And then it carried over into CPS actually getting called. Who fucking cares when CPS got called? Oh my God, this guy's a loser. He just lied outright. He lied. He tried to manipulate the time frame. This guy's a dishonest piece of dog shit.
So yeah, not only did this man Idubbbz ruin an event that was supposed to be meant for charity, even though, we already seen the clip of him talking about how it's an event with a charity aspect to it. He more or less just wants it to be a yearly party. I'm assuming wanted to make the next UFC with a charity attached to it, and somebody told him he would have became a board member of that charity. And oh yeah, we donated 10%. What's the legal amount we had to donate to make sure? 10%. We donated 10% to charity. The rest of it went into the ether. Somebody tells me that he really wanted to manipulate that situation, but after he crashed and burned with the content cop, content deputy, and with Creator Clash 3, it was over for him. Alright, he realized that he can no longer manipulate people and that he's no longer the master manipulator he probably used to be. Let's all be honest here. Back in the day, Idubbbz could have probably said anything and we all would have believed him. Now, people look over that with a fine-tooth comb. And the empire this man Idubbbz built over a decade basically crumbled within a few days. Alright, it only took a little bit of bad press and everything came out about this man being essentially a fraud and trying to manipulate situations into the benefits of his own friends and himself. But after years of him chipping away at his own character and basically, I want to be honest here, devolving, brother's like a damn Pokemon in reverse. I don't know how he did it, but after years of that, basically he lost any and every semblance of any credibility, especially with his content cops. Like, those things have lost any amount of credibility. People were going over that with a fine-tooth comb same day he dropped it on the H3. Everyone's like, oh my God. Let's go ahead, go through it. All right. Oh yeah, H3 did that. Okay. Right. Everyone was already skeptical whenever they looked at the title and thumbnail. Brother, you lost it. All right. You lost the whole plot. You lost everything. You were playing the game on easy mode for years on end, and then for some reason you cranked up the difficulty. And now you're wondering, why is all the enemies harder? It's not like I'm just punching down at anyone anymore. I'm punching up at people that can actually defend themselves. I'm like, this man is so pathetic now to where people actually are making parody songs about how bad his damn content cop on H3 was. This would have never happened back in 2016 through 2019. Idubbbz had the game on lock. Now this boy is a damn laughing stock. Mike the Bike made such a great song on that damn content cop. You guys should go check it out. It's pretty good. And again, I still can't believe Idubbbz fell this far from greatness. Like, I don't understand, how does one do this to oneself? This boy aligned himself with Hassan Piker and everything got destroyed in his life. As soon as he started becoming friends with Hassan, everything got destroyed in his life. Brother literally decimated his career within a year. But it's not just Idubbbz, because Hassan himself is ruining his own life with his streaming career. Boys, click this video right here to find out how this man Hassan almost got arrested because of what he says on his streams. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.